Former President Donald Trump went after his former press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, after she went on Fox News to share some positive polling about Trump. Weird. Posting on his Truth social platform.
Truth Central.
Kayleigh Milktoast McEnany just gave out the wrong poll numbers on Fox News. I am 34 points up on DeSanctimonious, not 25 up. While 25 is great, it's not 34. She knew the number was corrected upwards by the group that did the poll. The rhinos, the globalist cadaver. Fox News should only use real stars. Milktoast, you say. Milktoast. That is not the way you spell milktoast. But then again, I mean, who am I to say? Obviously, Donald Trump.
I know words. I have the best words.
He knows words. He has the best words. And I'm just a
pink-haired communist.
Even though I don't have any hair. Okay, anyway. I know. Have a spelling issue. No. The real important part here is the polling. Because obviously, doing these polls where Donald Trump is still ahead, but not ahead by as much as he was before.
Can't let that happen.
Exactly. All right, so now let's get to the details, right? McEnany was on Fox News, and she was on Jesse Watters' show, and this is what ticked off Donald Trump. This segment right here. Take a look.
And the DeSantis team would say, we just had polling come out that shows we closed the gap by 9 points since we announced in Iowa. Still, Trump's hugely ahead, but they say they're closing the gap. That's their argument.
Hugely.
Look, if you look at the polling now, it was Trump 34 in Iowa. It's now Trump 25.
Still a big lead.
Double digits.
Still a very big lead.
Oh, weird. Still a big lead. Still a very big lead. Oh, yes. Very huge. Very huge. And look, she is factually correct. You know why? You know where this polling comes from? Donald Trump's own pollsters. This was according to a survey conducted by Trump pollsters McLaughlin and Associates and released on Saturday. Yes, over the weekend. It showed the former president with 49.5% support from Republican voters in Iowa. Very important. This is an Iowa poll. DeSantis, on the other hand, earned 24.5%, coming in second place with 25 points, fewer than his top competitor. He no longer has the, Donald Trump does, no longer have the 34% lead on DeSantis than he did back in April. So that is a positive swing in DeSantis' direction, but also only kind of. Because actually, it gets a little bit more involved, you see. DeSantis announced and then went to Iowa. And guess what? DeSantis got a very slight bump. Not bad. Okay. Tim Scott, however, got a bigger bump because he announced, even though he is in this single digits still, he got a little bit of a bump. 4.5% of Trump's decline could be attributed to DeSantis' post-rise announcement. However, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott saw a 5.8% increase in support in Iowa with his official entry into the race. And again, this is just an Iowa poll. It's not even a national poll. And yet he's like burning bridges. He's burning the bridges. It's funny because you would think that someone who crows about polls all the time would know how to read one correctly. Again, they're his own pollsters. He's attacking his own poll in which he is winning in Iowa in the primary. This whole thing is just stupid. Oh my God. And you know what? Good. Let him fight. Because guess what? Donald Trump getting backlash from Republicans.
3 shots at common weaknesses of the president. They say he make things up. They say he flies off the handle. For example, attacking Kayleigh McEnany is insane. She's one of the best press secretaries ever. Dana Perino, as Ari Fleischer are watching too. Just saying, she was fantastic. But she's an analyst now. She doesn't work for any campaign.
Oh, hey, you look. Yeah, that's insane. Brian Kilmeade calling that attack Insane. He's not the only one. Britt Hume also said, imagine being so immature as to attack your former press secretary, who was nothing if not loyal for allegedly misquoting a poll number. Well, I mean, he is a baby. All right, Guy Benson said, Kayleigh was one of the only voices defending Trump on CNN when he ran in 2016. I often disagreed with her, but she was prepared, relentless, and unafraid of being heavily outnumbered. She then served Trump as chief spokesperson when he was president. She also likes DeSantis. Result. Yes. Well, that would be the main problem. See, apparently, you are not allowed to like DeSantis at all. You're supposed to, if you're a Republican that was for Trump, you're supposed to despise Ron DeSantis and think he's a pedophile. I'm not kidding, because that's what Donald Trump had essentially called him. Hey, look, I don't take either sides in this fight. It's funny. I'm enjoying it. There's more. Another person on Twitter said, Trump is now attacking Kayleigh McEnany on True Social. Are y'all going to turn on her too? How far will y'all go? How many Christian conservatives will attempt to ruin in the process? Yeah. And then, the best one. Jenna Ellis. Jenna Ellis, who famously got farted on by Rudy Giuliani. She reacted to Trump's post, tweeting, I will simply leave this here for when people ask why I and many others didn't return for 2024. To be fair, there's probably other reasons why Jenna Ellis did not, return for Trump. Maybe because she, along with Rudy Giuliani, made complete asses of themselves. Who knows? But again, I think it's absolutely hilarious. Let them fight. Let them fight. God, I'm enjoying this so much. Republican primaries are brutal and hilarious. Keep it up. I think the best thing right now about Donald Trump in this primary is how he just randomly lights bridges on fire. Again, Kayleigh McEnany didn't do anything wrong. She actually quoted a factual poll from Trump's own pollsters. And I have a million problems with all these people, by the way. I despise them all politically, but come on, it's funny. Donald Trump is a political arsonist at the end of the day. And again, while he's going around burning all these bridges, burning all these other people, while still leading in the polls, by the way, and this is what's important because it is the base that, funny enough, is not being burnt. But everybody that is not 100% loyal to him, they are. And so what's funny is, again, Donald Trump, popular with the base. At least he has this percentage of support, at least 35% that is just locked in. That will never, ever go anywhere else other than Donald Trump. And that's a big chunk. You need those people to win. And you have a lot of people that are leading towards Donald Trump as well. So the party's got to look at this and just be like, dear God, what have we done? What have we done? Fantastic. But again, getting back to burning bridges and setting everything on fire around you, well, look, at some point, man, being a political arsonist, that means you're going to get burned. And we'll see when and if that happens.